with just a single defeat. He comes to the ring this evening as the current Northern Area lightweight champion, presenting from Fishburn, Gary Fox. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black coloured shorts trimmed with green. At the weighing he scaled 9 stone, 10 pounds, 3 ounces. His undefeated record reads 11 contests, 11 wins, 2 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He comes to the ring this evening as the current and reigning Central Area lightweight champion, presenting from Lytham St Anne's, Lancashire, via his homeland of Glasgow, Scotland, presenting Scotty Cardle. Timekeeper at the bell, Ricky Gilmore from Glasgow, and the referee in charge of the action, Kenny Pringle from Hamilton. 8 3-minute rounds.
Hey boys, you both know the script. Listen to me all times, defend yourself all times. Touch gloves and get to work.
Well, this has the potential to be pretty spicy as well. Got Scotty Cardle here. He's undefeated, and he's got an area title to his name. And Gary Fox, well, he has just the one defeat, which was a real sloppy one. He was outpointed by William Warburton early on in his career, got revenge for that one. He's an area champion as well, and he really fancies this, Fox. You can tell by his body language. He's very much a come-forward, aggressive, in-your-face type. Cardle is clever, has a better amateur pedigree, but the worry if you're Scotty Cardle as well, when you're up against an opponent like this, is Scotty has been prone to cuts in his last few fights. You wonder if this gets a bit messy inside, whether that could be an issue in this one.
Yeah, everything's been going along nicely for Cardle, but I think he needs a fight that takes his full attention. You know, sometimes he makes little basic mistakes and stuff, but I think that they've made a match tonight. This is one he certainly won't want to lose, and he knows Fox has come with bags of ambition. He's a real tearaway, he can make it tough for anyone. So I think this is a match that will keep Cardle's mind on the job, and we might just find out how good he can be.
And it's a chance for Fox as well, just how much this means to him. And he can really say he's moved up a level if he can claim a scalp here against Scotty Cardle, because most of his wins have been against the journeyman. Collectively, they've got like 40 wins between them and 400 defeats. But then again, he'll argue that he can only beat the fellas they put in front of him. Well, now they're putting a live one in front of him. Let's see what he can do.
Everything pretty much out of range in the first minute and a half or so. So obviously they're both thinking about what they're doing. Fox trying to raise the tempo a little bit there, but missing. A nice jab from Cardle. Carries his hands very low, Cardle, and that's something that you carry throughout your career. I don't know if that's going to be a problem later on. But he whips up a nice left jab from there, which opponents don't always see coming.
A lot of upper body movement, really good reflexes, Cardle. Just trying a pot shot there with a left hand. It might have just fallen short. But a really fascinating looking contest between two fellas at the start of their careers, but very much on an upswing. And Fox looking to sort of trying to bore his way in there.
Well, Fox got the warning there, but I think it was a smart move by Cardle that pulled his head down. He stopped him from throwing punches. That's a nice little pro trick that you learn instinctively, and Fox got the warning for it. Again, a nice jab again there from Cardle.
Well, Fox will certainly come looking for him, no question about that. One of the Cardle's earlier fights, he's had people that have been backing up. That won't happen with this fella.
Sensible opener from the Cardle so far. He's doing enough just to steal it. You know, far from dominating, obviously, but he's just picking some nice little jabs, taking nothing back. So not a lot happened, but what did happen, Cardle did.
Didn't get much leverage with them, all right. yeah? And his feet, he's got no feet. So you got to do is make sure you jab. Every time you touch him, he comes back with a jab. Touch, lay back, bang, right hand, left hook after it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay? Lovely. Let more than a single shot go now and then. All right? And as he comes towards you, just touch with the jab, and as he comes, left hook. Landed lovely, but shoot a right uppercut after it. His head's too far forward over his front foot, all right?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Touch, left hook, right uppercut. Touch, touch. Every jab he throws, drop the right hand over the top of it, all right? And roll your head after it.
Okay.
Good. Don't let him grow into it now. Go out and put a few manners on him now, all right?
Just
smart manners. Yeah, smart manners. Suss him out. He's got no feet.
Yeah.
All right, spinning him all the time. Okay.
It's Joe Gallagher issuing the instructions. Gallagher looking to go 2 for 2, having seen Callum Smith get rid of yet another opponent inside a round. This one, round 2 of a scheduled 8. Scotty Cardle, Central Area champion in the black with the green trim. Bit of a homecoming for him, although he was born and raised in Lytham, just outside Blackpool. He's got the Scottish accent. His parents are from Glasgow. He's got family from this neck of the woods. His brother Joe plays for Wraith Rovers. Joe just became a dad a couple of days ago, so Scotty's now Uncle Scotty. Fox having trouble landing cleanly with Cardle at the moment. He was showing an awful lot of head movement.
Very sharp reflexes, Cardle. You know, he's showing little feints and he's drawing the leads. Fox is just a little bit stiff. His stance is very wide. So Cardle can see what's coming early, dealing with it and just flicking back the counters. No real snap in the punches as yet. But nice technique.
Just trying to look the governor in there. This is what Joe Gallagher was saying to him. Don't let this fella build a bridge. He won his area title as they just try and trade there, but that was a bit messy. But when Fox won his area title, he was well behind after 3, and then turned it around against Neil Hepper and stopped him in 5. If he catches you, he's going to hurt you.
Fox has to get his feet a little bit closer before he lets the punches go. He's just a little bit out of range in the wide stance. He doesn't have the movement required to follow the punches in. So Cardle quite comfortable. As I say, terrific reflexes, and look at that, just he knows he's just out of range of what's coming and he clips a nice little counter back.
Cardle's been doing some work helping Ricky Burns prepare for his world title fight against Raymundo Beltran later on tonight. Cardle, incidentally, probably the only man on the planet who's sparred with both Burns and Beltran. I talked to him about that. He said Beltran is good, he's world class and he's tough, but he expects Burns to get a late stoppage win.
You can see Cardle's progressing. In some of his early pro fights, he was wasting a lot of movement here, there, everywhere, all over the place, but he's settling down nicely, probably thinking about the longer fights that lie ahead. So developing a nice pro style now.
Yeah, that was clever, just a little cuffing left hand as Fox committed himself. Fox, though, boxing smart here, just staying within himself. It's not crash bang wallop stuff. I mean, obviously he and his coach Neil Fannin know that isn't going to work against somebody that moves as well as Cardle.
With Fox eventually he's going to have to be prepared to miss but let punches go. Another round to Cardle.
That was his round. Now listen, what you're doing, you know, is even when you throw someone good,
Hang that ring now and keep him on his heels. All right. Every time he jabs, bang! I want a right hand, left hook. All right. Don't be too quick to break out. Keep him pushed back. You keep in the middle of that ring and keep on his heels. He's no good on his heels, son. All right. You're just giving away the advantage. Keep popping. Any movement, slip right hand, slip left hook.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. And what I say is touch, and drive that right hand in over it. All right.
That's right.
Yeah. Keep pop, and drop that right hand over.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of work still a little bit out of range. No real quality punches yet, but they're all quick. But they're settling down nicely. But again, Cardle landing the better punches.
Round 3 then of this fascinating little domestic dust-up. Scotty Cardle in the black with the green trim. Gary Fox from Fishburn in the northeast. Michael Hunter, the old European champion from that neck of the woods, Hartlepool, is one of his best mates. And he's in the orange with the black trim, and he's behind after 2 rounds. He's been there before, though, as I said, to come back and win an area title. So he won't be too discouraged yet. And first of all, he's got to try and slow Cardle down.
I mean, it's easy to sit here saying what Fox should be doing, but he needs to get his feet a little bit closer, and he's got to be prepared to miss with a couple of punches, put them together. Single punches, no success, he's been countered. So he's got to let them go in 3s and 4s and be prepared for the first couple to miss. But this is a difficult match for him.
Well, he does step in, he's catching one of those cuffing little left-hand counters as well. Cardle very sharp with that left.
See, Cardle counters just about everything, so fighters that do that, you know, if you put punches together, there's a good chance you'll catch them. I mean, the smart fighters just pick their times to counter. The Cardle counters pretty much everything, so maybe a couple of punches together might work for Fox, maybe not.
Cardle doing good work again. Just look how low those hands are dropping, though. It's the speed and the reflexes are allowing him to get away with this. Fox looking to try and get in. Just got through with that left hand, but he's having it pretty tough in there at the moment, Fox. Just landing anything clean.
It's a frustrating time for Fox, but I'm pretty sure he's prepared for that. I think he knows what kind of opponent. Oh, that's a lovely left hook from Cardle. Picking some lovely punches, then the hands down to the knees again. Suppose when he has to tighten up, he'll be able to do that.
Again, Fox lunging in, missing. Hand got through there from Fox.
With Fox needs just something to give him a little bit of confidence. If you're hitting fresh here time after time, it's demoralising. So that's a plan. Go to the body. You can't pull the body about the way you pull the head about. So maybe start trying to work the body, get a little bit closer, let some body shots go.
He's got to close that gap, hasn't he? It's his only chance.
Nice deep breaths. And after that, up now, you know.
Yeah.
Feel all right?
Yeah.
So late to not feel all right, right? Listen.
You can keep that middle of the ring. As you're coming in, though, from the outside, you're coming in with your head up, you're just getting caught, silly. Come in low, Cotter West.
Okay.
Bum, 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 and come out low. All right, but when you're in front of him, you're nailing with that left hook. I want a right uppercut.
Right uppercut.
Every time. Yeah. Right uppercut, left hook to the body. You're landing with some great left hooks to the head. Just tee off in him now. Bum, bum, touch, hook, uppercut, and round with a body shot. Yeah. Jeremy, all right? And don't come tall as you're coming out. Okay. All right? Target practice.
Yep. Another round with him. Nice. Educated punches coming from Cardle. Nothing to trouble Fox, but he's the one who has to do a little bit better.
Well, let's see if Gary Fox can turn out a different script here. I think this was the round when he won his area title against Neil Heffer. This is where he did the damage, finished the job off in the 5th. He was well behind that night. He's well behind tonight. Showing a little bit of a reluctance to engage. And when he does, look how slippery Cardle proves to be.
Okay, that didn't work, but that's what's required. He can't stand off with single punches. He's got to attack. He's got to get up close and let some punches flow. They don't have to be solid punches, but he needs a little bit of success just to break that frustration he must be feeling. A good jab from Cardle again.
Cardle in, out again. Hanging the head there as if to say, go on, have a go. And this time Cardle being made to miss. Fox Fox needs to start stepping up the tempo a little bit here, which is obviously easy to sit here and say that. So he's trying to catch lightning in a bottle at the moment. But as we said earlier, Jim, he's just got to let punches go and accept that a lot are going to miss and hope that something can get through and just test his chin or his midsection.
Well, a couple of times at the start of this round, Nick, he allowed Cardle to lead and got some counters off, and a little bit of success. So
there's another one. Left hand, that rocked him.
Maybe allow Cardle to lead, then you know what he's already made his move, then you can cope with it. So that was certainly the first bit of real success for Fox. Yep, draw the leads, then do your own work. There's always something else you can do with these tricky guys.
Cardle slipping away once again. Just a little warning there for Scotty Cardle. Even though he's still boxing this round.
Yeah, but there's more purpose in what Fox is doing, which was much required.
Yeah, he is stepping the tempo up a little bit here, Fox. Neil Fannon, that will be his game plan. Let's see how much pressure Cardle's able to take. That was better again from Fox, making Cardle miss.
He's actually quite comfortable. He has a nice tight defence, so allowing Cardle to lead is maybe something that could work for him, but he's got to be quick himself. Don't know if he is.
That's the problem. There is a massive speed difference between these two. I mean, Fox is no muck, we can see that already. But he just doesn't have the speed. And he's going to have to try and slow Cardle down somehow, make this a bit more of a level playing field. A mark coming up under the left eye there of Fox, right on the bell.
Where was the right hand over the top then? You nail him with right hand to back, left hand drops. You Mayweather that right hand over the top of him, and again and double up on it, all right, okay? As you're pulling out, you keep your chin down, all right? And jab. Jab's the key to this fight, touching him with it all the time. Then you can drop the right hands and the left hooks in, all right? And I want you to see coming round to the sides as well. You threw one right hook to the body, you've half crippled him with it. All right, but that doesn't go
well. He got tagged there, Scotty Cardle, but he did land a decent body shot at the end of the round as well, but that got his attention.
Yeah, but Fox badly needed a little bit of success just to keep him in this. He's certainly been outboxed, but yeah, no great power in that, but nice little punch.
Round 5 then, Scotty Cardle with the first 4 in the bank. But the job not done against the tough man from the northeast, Gary Fox. There's the criticism, for want of a better word, that's been levelled against Scotty Cardle, his power lack of it, just a couple of stoppages. Is that something you'd be concerned with, Jim?
Well, I mean, you have to punch hard enough to gain the other guy's respect, you know. But I mean, natural power, knockout power, something else again. But you've got to be able to jab, which stops the other fella in his tracks. You've got to be able to throw punches strong enough that the other guy has to think what he's doing. So Cardle probably needs a little bit more snap. But I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that he doesn't set himself. You know, he's here, there, he's everywhere. He's improved that a little bit over the last few fights. I've noticed that. But to get the power, you have to set yourself a bit more and get the weight transference going through with the punches. He doesn't do it naturally. But, I mean, the guys have get by without real punching power, and he is a good talent, Cardle.
In a very, very hot division domestically as well. Says he wants to be having a go at the English title by the end of the year, maybe 12 months from now, be in British title picture. Through some heavy traffic to get there.
So I also feel bringing punches up from round about the thigh region, you know, you're not shifting weight, they're arm punches. You know, to get power you have to be walking in behind a jab and the right hand as well. So if you're flicking punches up from down at the thigh region, there's no way you're going to get power into them.
Too much speed, good accuracy again. Fox starting to breathe a bit heavy here. This is tough going for the Northern Area champion.
Cardle still has that comfortable look, Nick, doesn't he? Still just, he's happy, he's coping with everything that's coming his way, just enjoying himself at the moment.
Well, there was a left hand that just rocked his head back in the last round. I think there was another similar one in this round as well, but other than that, he's not been troubled. And once again, picking clean shots, sinking one into the body as well there. Very nice, fast, spearing jabs.
Cheeky uppercut lead there from Cardle. You can see the confidence now. The fight has reached the stage that he is totally comfortable. Just don't lose concentration.
As he's comfortable, Jim, you can actually see in the body language it's starting to leave. Belief is starting to leave Fox here. This has been a difficult round for him. Nothing's worked, and he's taken some punishment. Tough round for Gary Fox. A big night of boxing here in Glasgow. Our main event, Ricky Burns defending his world title against Raymundo Beltran. That's to come. Plenty to come before that, including the conclusion of this one. Gary Fox against Scotty Cardle. Cardle very much in control of this one. The only question now surely is, can he get the finish? Or can Fox find something? Can he dig something out of his locker? Maybe one punch can turn things around, but in that last round it was starting to look a bit too easy for Scotty Cardle, and tough going indeed for Fox. And again, hand speed. Fox he's got no answer to this. That's a shove, and that should be a telling off for that. But also a measure of just how in control Cardle is here.
Yeah, it's quite impressive, the fact he's not wasting anything. He's, the accuracy is spot on. He doesn't have a very tight defence, but he's taken very little. The odd shot here and there, and even the punches he takes, his reflexes are good. He's riding the shot, he's moving with them. So I say a little showcase for him at the moment. He's just enjoying putting on a show.
And he's done some damage with that left hand tonight. Jabs, hooks, switch downstairs to the body as well. Picking his shots so nicely. Really crisp work from Scotty Cardle.
Well, at this level, you like to see a fighter who improves as the 8 rounds is going along, and that is without doubt what's happening here. The gap in class between the two is becoming more and more evident the longer it goes. Full credit to Fox, tough little battler, but he just doesn't have the ammunition here.
A little idea just floated into my head watching this, Jim, assuming Cardle comes through here. I wouldn't mind seeing Scotty Cardle in with Derry Matthews. Now that would be an interesting fight. That would be a real test.
Yeah, that's a fair jump.
Is he ready for that jump?
Yeah, it's a fair jump from this level, but I mean, Derry, what a servant to the game. Someone's going to get Derry at the right time. But he's still a tough fight for anybody. But yep, that's one that would catch the interest.
Derry Matthews in action in a couple of weeks on our show in Liverpool against Curtis Woodhouse. That one's boiling up nicely on the internet, social media. A lot of trash talking going on. Cardle, meanwhile, still has Fox pretty much tamed and under control here. Good effort this from Gary Fox. But it's all about levels, and he's moved up tonight and not been quite there. But he's stuck with it. As limited as he is, he hasn't given it up. It's a long way back from this. And that speed has just destroyed him tonight.
Yeah, we can talk about fight plans and tactics till you're blue in the face, but if the other guy's just a little bit better than you are, then it doesn't much matter what you do.
Yep, another one in the bank for Scotty Cardle, hoping to make a mark in this division, where the Commonwealth champion is Derry Matthews, who does his training up here. And he's helping out backstage where Stephen Simmons is getting ready for his action in our chief support against the German David Graf. That's to come. Looking forward to that one. Derry's probably thinking, hang on, am I on the bill here? Have they put me on and no one's told me? Well, he's always ready for a punch-up, isn't he, Derry? Meanwhile, if you're Joe Gallagher, what are you changing? Absolutely nothing.
No, leave things as they are. I mean, Joe, the good thing about Joe Gallagher, he's never happy. There's always more he wants, which is fine. But you don't want it to become repetitive, so you want a good display now. Show us some fancy stuff. Put a show on now, Scotty, which he'll probably do.
This is what I'm getting from this one as well, because we've seen Scotty Cardle comfortable in some of his earlier fights, but not going through the gears. He's really stepped it up a little bit in this one. He's kept it engaging, kept very much on top, kept totally in control. And as you say, moving up slowly but surely against an opponent that came in tonight thinking he could win, expecting to win, and hoping to make his own mark. He's not had much of a chance.
Well, I think what it does show is that Cardle is ready to be moved up a level. You know, you wouldn't worry too much. I mean, fighters like Cardle who don't take an awful lot of punishment, don't stand their ground, they get involved in wars. You know, you can take little chances with them here and there. And he has the confidence, good amateur pedigree behind him. So yeah, but I don't think it'll be too long before they start moving him.
And they'll be relieved if he gets through this without any cuts around the eyes as well, because he's had a tendency to that. He had that in his last fight against Maxie Hughes. Maxie Hughes in that central area battle over 10 rounds. He kept coming. Cardle couldn't slow him down and ended up marked. I think he's had 3 fights since November where he's been cut around the eyes. I'll be very happy if he gets through this one unscathed.
Well, he has to be extra careful when he reaches the desperate stage for Fox. Fox knows, you know, especially in the last round, he's got to throw everything at Cardle, looking for the knockout, which is very unlikely, but that's when heads can come together. So little charges like that you have to be careful of.
Well, again, look how quickly there was a nice little left hand getting through from Fox. But how often, when he goes on the charge, as you say, Jim, how often does Cardle put 4 or 5 yards between them? He's just gone as soon as there's any sign of trouble. And just drawn in, fresh air, nothing doing.
Yeah, but I think Fox has just found out that he stepped up a bit of a level. And that what used to work is not working tonight. There are odd bits of success, which is nice. I can't sustain anything.
Be a good learning fight though for Fox. He needed that step up. So when you look at his card, there were a lot of the usual suspect journeymen on there. Maybe it's been a bit too easy for him. Maybe he can take this one away, watch the DVD, and learn from it. It'll be the first time that's happened in this business. Caught again. Neat work with the left hand from Cardle. That's really impressed tonight. That work with the left hand, sharp little cuffing counters. Nothing that's going to knock a fella over. They'll just discourage you. Filling up nicely here at the SECC. Chris Eubank, Nigel Benn graced this arena best part of 20 years ago. Looking at the stats, it's pretty comfortable. That's putting it mildly.
Don't rush in. Tap, tap, bang, bang, bang. And just...
Well, we're saying maybe he should try the body once or twice. He's pretty low on body punch stats. Fox.
You can hold it together, just jab. But when you double it up, bum, 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 you're doubling that jab opening.
Well, Neil Fannon in Fox's corner is a wise old campaigner. I think he knows. Well, he knew a long time ago the game's up here. It's going to be swing and hope now. for Gary Fox in the orange trunks against Scotty Cardle, who you would think has every round comfortably in the bank thus far. Last round of 8. It's been good entertainment. Good workout this for Cardle. And again, the critics will be saying, oh, well, he didn't get the stoppage, didn't stop anybody. Gary Fox is a tough guy to stop.
Yeah, I also get the impression with Cardle, I don't know that he bothers all that much about the stoppage. You know, it's not that often we see him imposing himself on opponents. He seems quite happy when he's in control, putting on a show. He's going to need a little bit more snap in the punches as he moves up through the levels, but maybe it's there. You know, I've never actually seen him looking for the knockout. And he hasn't done that tonight, just picking some nice punches, accurate stuff, lovely boxing. And happy with another points victory.
Well, he's the polar opposite of his stablemate Callum Smith, isn't he? I've just seen Callum Smith with another first round stoppage tonight. Scotty tends to go all the way. Maybe somebody told him he gets paid by the round. As you say, Jim, no urgency. He's quite happy, in control. Just put another 3 minutes in his account.
Yeah, I mean, you get the feeling he could take it to Fox and unload. But it's not as though he's tried to do that and it hasn't worked. And that was a good solid hook there. The Fox moved on to that one. There's a little bit of power in that one.
But it's the old little salvo that's got through from Fox. It's been quite an avalanche coming the other way at him. Scotty Cardle, I was talking to Scotty early in the week and he said, very happy with the way my career's going, exactly where I want to be right now. Know where I want to be in 12 months' time. No rush. I know I'm in a good division. Let's take it one step at a time. And this is another hurdle successfully overcome, unless something extraordinary happens in this last minute. Again, out of range, Fox. I'll give Gary Fox his due. He's come and given it everything he's got.
Yeah, well, we knew he would do that. You know, it was a decent match when it was made, and we fancied Cardle to win all right. Thought Fox might have been able to keep it a little bit tighter, but no, Cardle's put on a terrific show for the whole 8 rounds.
Yeah, been very tough this for Gary Fox, chasing shadows in there. Cardle still invitingly hanging that chin out as if to say, go on, have a go. There it is. And Fox just can't find it with any regularity. A few left hands have got through here and there, but that's it. Good body shot. Dug that left hand into the body very nicely there, Cardle. To a wide open target, and again, and I think Fox felt that one. Right on the bell here. That was impressive from Scotty Cardle. A lot to like. Take nothing away from Gary Fox. That was a tough old workout, and that was a big, big step up for him, and he found that out tonight. And it won't have done him any harm at all to go 8 rounds with Scotty Cardle. And the critics will snipe. They'll say no stoppage, but apart from that, that was pretty much exactly according to the script. He'll be happy enough with that. The stats have proved that as well. Good accuracy, good success rate. And this fella's probably still wondering, where was he? I couldn't catch him.
You know, just thinking, Nick, we're never happy. You know, Callum Smith has 5 one-round blast-outs, we say, needs some rounds behind him. Yeah, Scotty Cardle, everything goes the distance. He's got plenty of rounds, and we're saying,
well, let's blame the trainer. It's Gallagher's fault.
Stoppages, yeah. Are we never happy? That was pretty much a perfect performance from the young man. Good luck to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of lightweight action, referee Kenny Pringle has scored the contest 79-73. For the winner from Lytham St Anne's via his hometown of Glasgow, Scotland, Scotty Cardle.
Alex Arthur, a classy display by your mate Scotty Cardle.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, that was a classic boxing display. You know, 8 rounds. I know he never got the stoppage. Like the commentators were saying, you know, he'll get a hard time for that, because at this stage of his career, most people should think that he would be stopping these kind of opponents. But you know, Fox was tough and durable, and you know, he really did come to fight. But Scotty Cardle was a class above him there.
Terrific workout for him. He's talking about Robinson.
Scotty, clear winner in a clash of area champions. How do you feel you performed tonight?
I'm not the happiest, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I've been out for 5 months and it shows, but that's what I should get used to now, because obviously I'm stepping up in class and I'm going to be having more rest in between fights, so I need to stay on form all the time. I just felt a bit rusty in there, but other than that, a win's a win. He's a very tough kid, very durable, and he came to win, so I was happy with the win.
And one big positive, no facial damage. You were cut in 3 of your last 4 fights. Was that a worry for you?
Yeah, well, it's beginning to be a bit of a habit getting these cuts, but I was thinking about that during the fight and keep my head away from things. So I'm happy, more or less, and on to the next one.
Could you have stepped up the pace and maybe forced a stoppage?
I feel now that I could have, but in there I felt a bit flat-footed, a bit sloppy, which is half understandable because of the time off, but it's not an excuse. I should have stepped up, but I've got the 8 rounds under my belt, so I'm happy.
Promoter Eddie Hearn, what's the plan going forward for Scotty?
Well, check that hand. I think his hand's a bit sore. I wonder the problem. I thought he was going to step on the gas after the 4th or 5th round, but he's due to fight on the Kell Brooks-Sanchenko card on the 26th of October, so little rest, 7 weeks, I believe, and back to action.
Trainer Joe Gallagher, you happy with the progress Scotty's making?
Yeah, really happy with that tonight. 5 months out, coming back, good 8 rounds under the bank. Hurt his right arm end of the 4th round, so like I say, fought 4 rounds with a jab there, but I'm really pleased. He hasn't been cut for once, so I'm really happy. He's work in progress, and if you look back 12 months ago, so he's a little bit jerky, he's a bit more calm, male controlled, using the jab a lot better now, and it's got to be a big season for him.
Well on to the team.
Glenn, he's work in progress. Your assessment of the performance there?
I think he should be reasonably happy with the opponent. Fox came to fight. He was strong. He was game. But I think Cardle, we know he's a very good boxer. Yeah. He's got great amateur form, and you can see that carries through. But I think he's moving along. He's moving along very nicely, and I think they should be pretty happy with his progress so far. And the good thing is he's not cut.
He said he wished he'd stepped it up a bit and maybe got the stoppage. Is that a problem he's got, do you think?
Yeah, it is. His last stoppage win was in October 2012 in Blackpool against a guy called Luis Garcia. That was a first-round body shot. His last 6 fights, including this one, have all been on points. He's not a concussive puncher. He's more of a boxer than a puncher. That's for the purist, should I say? So he's good at the movement. He's good at he's got the boxing ability. I don't think he'll ever have that concussive style of fighting. So therefore, when he steps up to higher levels, it will become a problem. So he needs to sharpen up his tools. He can't be getting hit as easy. He can't be giving shots away, but he's a decent technician.
They're rolling him out again on the Kell Brook bill, so maybe that was playing on the back of his mind, that he didn't want to get more of an injury to his hand.
It could have been in his eyes as well, have been a problem in the past, I think he's cut, in his last 3 fights he's been cut, so he's obviously prone to cuts, as well as bad hands, so that'll be at the back of his mind, and you can see it in the way that he fights. He's very elusive, he's a reflex fighter, He looked like he didn't want to engage in anything too dangerous there, so on to the next one for him.
Let's have a look at the division. Is there anyone on this list that you think he's ready for now or in the next few months?
Look, they've got it, as I said, they've got to move him on slowly but surely. As he steps up in the levels, his lack of punching ability will be evident. I can see him giving Darren Matthews a good run for his money, and upwards and onwards. But then you've just got to think when he gets up to Andy Crawler, Gavin Reese will stay in his face. Ricky Burns, of course, he's just out of the look. That's a different world. Yeah. These guys will give him a hard run. What does make me smile is when Eddie Hearn mentioned that they're going to be fighting in a few weeks' time. The surprise on the fighter's face of saying again, which is great for any fighter to be boxing so regular to improve themselves and sharpen their tools.
It's good to be running out again at pretty short notice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think at this stage of your career, that's what you need. You've got to be fighting regular. You've got to be learning the game. You can't put too much pressure on him as yet and think about him alongside the Derry Matthews of this world yet. He's away from that sort of level. But he's making good progress, and he's just got to keep fighting, keep active, and keep learning. That's what it's about.
Okay, after the break, Scottish interest in an intriguing battle of unbeaten cruiserweights. Edinburgh's Stephen Simmons has a wealth of amateur experience. He's desperate to make an impact in the pro game. He's live. He's next.